Welcome back to Overreaction Monday as we are finishing up the divisional round. It is over, guys. We're at the end of football here, and I can't be more excited for all these incredible matchups that we've gotten and we're gonna get as we get closer to the Super Bowl. But I have some heartbreaking news, guys. This is world news. This is bad for democracy. Democracy has lost. The commies have won, guys. The Commanders defeated the Detroit Lions 45-31. But before we get into this video and talk all about the Commanders and everything, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, stay tuned to everything NSP. All right. But yeah, let's get into the video. I hope you guys liked my little intro there. But yeah, the Commanders, the commies, had beaten the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, who went 15-3 this year, yeah,
15-2.
15-2, yeah. 15-3 with the loss.
15-3 with the loss, yeah.
Yeah. So had an incredible year with a number one seed, come off the bye. And you would hope off the bye, you guys are feeling refreshed, feeling rested, whatever. Well, guess what? All their players are still out for indefinitely until next season because they're all injured. And as I said, what I always believed, I think I said it multiple times on this podcast, the Detroit Lions' downfall in the playoffs was going to be their defense. And that is exactly what we saw with the Commanders and Detroit Lions game. I don't think anybody can refute that. Yes, Jared Goff played bad in a few spots, but Commanders were just played better because their Detroit's defense sucked. But let's talk about the Commanders. Detroit's old news, all right? What is our overreaction today? Is the Commanders going to the Super Bowl? That is right. That is something nobody predicted going into this season, for the Commanders to be going to the NFC Championship, and they have a real shot going to the Super Bowl, going against their divisional rival, the Philadelphia Eagles, who they're 1-1 against this year. Recently, their last game they just played, Commanders beat them. So it is completely within the realm of possibilities that the Commanders could be going to the Super Bowl, okay? Which is a wild, outlandish statement. At the end, me and Vincent will reveal what our thoughts, whether the Commanders go or not. But let me just give you guys a crazy stat here, okay? No rookie quarterback has ever made it to the Super Bowl. It's never happened before, all right? The only three quarterbacks that got close was Ben Roethlisberger in 2005. Joe Flacco and Mark Sanchez made it close in 2009 and 2010, respectively. And Brock Purdy also got pretty close as well, but he also didn't make it to the Super Bowl his rookie year. All these quarterbacks got that close, but weren't able to go over the hump. Now, what is the reason for that? It's because they're rookies, right? They're still young quarterbacks that are developing in the NFL, okay? There's a lot of talent, and all those guys are pretty good quarterbacks, other than maybe you could say Mark Sanchez, because his NFL career didn't really pan out. But all those other guys are pretty dang good quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels is going to be a pretty dang good quarterback moving forward. I 100% believe that. But I think in this next game, we could potentially see some rookie mistakes in such a big environment. Philadelphia, going to Philadelphia, he's already been there once, so he already knows what to expect. But it's playoff Philadelphia. I feel like it's a whole different monster, in my opinion. So that's just a little stat for you guys of, like, this is it, if he actually does it, it would be history. Vincent, what are your thoughts?
So, I mean, in the beginning of the season, I was really high on Jaden Daniels, but I wasn't high on the Washington Commanders. And I don't think a lot of people were, unless you were a Commanders fan. They had Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler as their dynamic duo at the running back position. Nobody really expected them to have a really good season, and they really haven't, but they've done enough. But the wide receiver core is depleted, in my opinion. Terry McLaurin, yeah, I thought he was going to get like 1,000 yards. Yeah, he's going to be good as long as Jaden Daniels is good. But Alameda, Zacchaeus, De'Ami Brown, Jamison Crowder. Those are the next three wide receivers that Jaden Daniels had to work with. Again, hand-me-downs from every other organization. Cowboys. I think Zacchaeus was on the Jaguars at one point. Jamison Crowder, You know, he's been back and forth from a bunch of different teams. And then Zach Ertz came from Arizona before this, played with Philadelphia before. So it's always cool to see another player play against their team, which is going to happen here in the NFC Championship. I'm super surprised by the Commanders. I knew Jaden Daniels was going to have a good season, but I didn't think the Commanders as a whole were going to make it this far. So I had them beating whoever they played in the first round. Cannot remember at this point in time. But I had them winning, moving on, going to the second round, and I had them losing this past game against the Lions. But didn't end up like that. And now they're here. So I would love to see him make history and be the first rookie to go to the Super Bowl. But I think he is going to make some mistakes. He's been playing hot as can be, but he wasn't playing against the best defenses in this playoff yet. And he's about to go against arguably the number one defense in the Eagles. So it's going to be cool to see, but I'm just hoping Jaden Daniels has fun with it. And I hope that he knows that if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be back here pretty soon, if not next year.
All right. Well, moment of truth, Vince. I'm going to let you go first. Do the Commanders make the Super Bowl against the Eagles?
I have like a 25 to like 35% chance of it happening.
So you're saying no?
I'm saying no at this point in time.
Right.
I think the Eagles will win.
Okay.
But there's a possibility. I'm not
100%.
closing the window. Not closing the window whatsoever.
I completely agree with you, Vince. I'm going to say the exact same thing. Not closing the window. I definitely think it's a run of possibilities. As I've said, they already beat the Eagles earlier this year, and it was the most recent game. So it's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're going against a team that's been here before, though. They know what it takes to win an NFC championship. And now you may say the same thing for the Commanders. May say the opposite, that they don't know what they don't know. They haven't been here before. They don't know what to fear. They're not going to go in there having the yips or whatever, or being scared of losing again or something like that. They could play fearless, and hopefully they do that. I hope they absolutely try to bash the Eagles' teeth in. But I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. I think they're just a well-rounded team. I think the defense of the Eagles is going to be not letting Jaden Daniels and the Commanders put up 45 points. You will not see a stat line like that against the Phillies defense.
Nope.
It will be a much different actual game, in my opinion. But it's going to be at max 30 points a team scores, in my opinion, in this game. But Saquon will take over that game. And Jaden Daniels, incredible first season. You'll come back better next season. And your career, as long as you stay on the straight path and stay healthy and you keep grinding, man, you're going to be a great quarterback in this league.
Yeah, cannot wait.
Cannot wait. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you disagree with us anywhere, if you agree with us, or put it down in the comments, do the Commanders make the Super Bowl? Let us know down in the comments. Hit the comments. Attack us. I dare you. All right? But hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not yet, hit that sub button. Helps out the channel tremendously. And until next time, keep on grinding.